Welcome to Slingshot Disc Golf. I'm Coach T. If you're new to my channel, I'm a backhand form specialist. Today we're taking one of my students, Brendan, and we're gonna work on his form. Yeah, that was good.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, all right. Yeah,
There's your intro.
I'll keep that intro. I just wanna welcome you to the road to 400 feet with my student, Brendan. Right now, I don't know how many episodes it's gonna be. All I know is the goal is 400 feet and we're gonna do whatever it takes to get there. So I'm gonna take a look at Brendan's form real quick and then we'll jump back to the studio. So today we're gonna be working on the fundamentals of the lower body. The fundamentals include the magic position, the loaded position, and the pro position. I have more detailed videos on those positions. I'll leave a link in the description. But to make this real quick, the number one thing I want to point out here is Brendan is doing a lateral weight transfer, and by the time he gets to the power pocket, his leg is straight. It has not rotated. He has not rotated. Real quick comparison to myself, on the left, Brendan has a straight leg. It has not rotated. On the right, I have successfully gotten into the pro position, which is this L shape that my leg makes. This is a fundamental position that Brendan is missing. So today we're gonna go over the fundamentals of the lower body. Going to the issue with your form real quick, we'll make this really simple. Your back leg is just coming off the ground. It's not actually driving the weight. So we're gonna focus on the fundamentals of backhand form, which are the loaded position, the magic position, and the pro position. 3 fundamentals of pro form. This is fundamental.
Let's do it.
Okay, so the first thing is we need you straight. We are always on a straight line. What you had just done there is you had it staggered, heel to toe. We don't do that, never. And I'll tell you why. Put your foot ahead and stagger. Now don't coil into the hip, but just coil. Notice how it pulls on your groin. Your right groin, right there. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
You line up like this so you can really move. To be very clear, we don't like lock the feet straight. How your feet are now are perfect. See how they're pointed out a little bit?
Yeah.
That's good.
Natural,
Natural, athletic, feels good. Bend those knees and then you're on the balls of those feet, which doesn't necessarily mean you have to be that high off the ground. As long as you can fit a dollar bill under there.
Okay.
And the pressure of the knee kind of goes to right there.
Yeah, I got it.
Because what we don't want is, you flat back, going to the heel. Not that you had that problem, but a lot of people do have that problem, right? Okay, so the loaded position, when you load, when you coil, if you coil the way I teach, that knee will pop out naturally a little bit, and this knee will pop in, okay?
So kind of keeping the knees
Yes.
like in a mirrored movement like that.
You are doing that right, but see how my hips are turning? Mm-hmm. That's what you were doing. For this drill especially, we're gonna go like this and keep the hip locked.
Keep the hips,
Yeah, exactly.
Feet apart, natural, and then hips locked.
Yep.
With the turn.
I would even get a little lower.
Okay.
This is gonna be a little uncomfortable. And then you have to lock this hip as well, because when you coil into it, you should also rock the weight slightly this way and feel it right there.
So,
Do you feel pressure there?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now here, you should feel pressure here, but this leg should feel kind of light.
Okay, I got you.
Now all you have to do is go like that and you're in the magic position. There you go. You started off in the magic position, right? Now here's the hardest position in disc golf, the pro position, right? And for this drill, all you're gonna do is turn that leg in for now. But you have to turn.
Oh,
Well, I know you gotta take a break.
You got me holding it.
I know. You went like this.
Right, yeah.
We got to turn the whole leg. And you think of that internal hip rotation. Now, let me be very clear. When you do this movement, you see Paul fully internally rotated. I can't do that. That's not, what matters is that you get that L shape. I just went to there, I got the L shape, but I didn't go crazy. I'm not flexible enough, right? So the problem with what's happening is you're going like that without turning it at all. It's got to at least be there. So try that again so we can create that L shape. You're just turning, there you go.
Lift the heel. I feel like I'm ready to like jump through the net.
Exactly, jump that way. So the best way to understand how to bear weight and make a movement is to make a movement before this foot ever lands. So you could just do an X step, balance, drift, and jump to there, and it at least simulates, because you can't jump without weight, right?
Right.
So it's a way to build strength. Like if you're just in your living room, any of you just, you're building some balance, some drift. My drills are always more difficult than actually throwing. But that's what you're missing. And this is something I think you should do at home. I think you should just practice doing that. Practice having your knee here while this leg is here. Exactly. That's rotation too, right? That's a full rotation.
For me, the biggest difference that's happening is the lifting the heel.
Yeah.
Because I've watched a lot of content and I recognize the importance of this position, and I'm trying to think of that in my throw, but I'm missing that element of I'm missing the turning the heel up prior to being because I know when I'm trying to get in that position, I'm just dropping the knee.
You're not actually pushing the knee.
Yeah, exactly.
The act of driving weight rotation it's just physically harder. But it is a feel. We want the feel. The L shape, I don't think about that. It just comes with powerful rotation, and you're gonna get so much more torque that way. You're gonna get so much more pull on the disc. We talk about you gaining 50 feet. That is your 50 feet. You should see this guy do magic. We should have you do a magic trick. And yes, dude. It's beautiful.
Okay, let's go to the field.
Now here's the drill that I have for you. And it's just gonna be without a disc, and then you'll do it with a standstill. One of the biggest issues with my program, and it's a good thing, but a negative thing, and that's why I'm adding more drills to it. You're doing all this in such an athletic position. You're low and squatting, and that's just hard to do, right? But what if there was a way to bear weight and rotate and push that weight without having to do that, where you kind of stand up more? Very simple. We're just gonna have you stand up. We're gonna have you open that leg because it's gonna be a standstill, and we don't want to deal with that internal bracing, because even if you look at these pros, and Paul McBeth on shorter shots, even myself, they open that leg because there's not enough torque for it to open naturally. So you're just like this, and that leg doesn't really move. You're gonna keep weight here. You're gonna move a little bit, but you're just gonna push yourself that way. Push and turn. So you're gonna push your chest from here to here and try to, and the tricky thing is here is if the weight transfers, then it looks like that. See the weight's on that front leg?
Yeah.
This physical movement from here to here has to be driven, just like that.
What I'm kind of hearing is if your shoulder is over this foot first, then you're not getting that turn from the
Yeah, you definitely don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't thought about it like that, but that would be an indication, right?
Yeah. All right, here we go. I know my natural inclination still is to be leading with my upper body.
Yeah.
And leading with the lower body is it's not complicated, but it's different.
Yeah, it's different. This isn't complicated. This is hard physically. Yes, there you go. Because what's really happening with you and your form, and it's very hard to explain because it's something that you have to feel, right? But you're doing a lateral weight transfer, which means your weight goes to this leg before your body turned it all. And that's what everyone teaches. You're pushing your weight as you rotate. So by the time you're here, your body should be there. And so you're turning, you're going like this, which is reeling your arm in more, right?
Right.
So it's like you do the out and out, you understand the whole upper body, but your lower body is pulling on a straight line. You're not pulling like that.
It's
right?
not rotational.
It's not rotational. Is that feeling different? Definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Extend to me, but when you extend to me, make sure you feel a lock there and that glute locks. When you extend your arm, I want you to engage that. There you go.
Yeah.
Keep that resistance that way. And it should feel down to the glute.
Yeah,
You
across
should feel
across
that.
all the way.
And you should keep this resistance. And when you push weight, push. Right now, just that little push, I can feel it tugging on my back.
Oh yeah.
Do you feel it tugging on your back?
Oh yeah.
So that's leg first. Now do the drill and just push and then wait, and then do a little bit of
Yeah,
that.
across the back and across the front too. It's also having my weight off of this leg more than on this. Yeah.
Exactly. Loaded.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think?
Oh yeah.
You should feel like your leg is actually pulling your arm at that point.
My weight's off of this foot.
Yep.
I'm reaching out.
Creating that back extension. Let's quickly evaluate how this lesson went and why I'm feeling really good about it. While this is a simple drill, so with the disc somewhere around that power pocket area, we're gonna see a much better L shape, a much better rotation. Even though it's a standstill and we're gonna compare it to a full power drive, ultimately, that's how you start to develop these positions, by doing it from a standstill, then a one step, then an X step. We have to build the muscle memory and the habit to get your body into these specific positions. This is the pro position. This is not. Oh, my doggies. Stop barking, doggies. We are already making progress. I am excited for the rest of this series. Please leave a comment, show some support for Brendan. We're going to be grinding. Slingshots for everybody.